as you were saying.
So, in terms of how you've worked with me and other students in giving us assignments, there's definitely a sensation of pressure associated with getting this work done.
Good pressure.
And yes, very good.
Because
And
you have to step up and outside of yourself. And lifting yourself up outside of your self-enclosure, right, your cocoon as it's called, takes strength, takes pressure, force even. You have to lift yourself up. And that means opposing the forces of gravity. Your personal egoic need to be less, whereas you come to the Dharma so that you expand your awareness into more consciousness, more intelligence, and more light, rather than not, which is what the self wants, is that you stay enclosed, stuck, right, and unenlightened as a result.
it seems that the pressure you put on us, or even on yourself at times, creates an end result, a book, a concert, a series of videos. So it's not just a meaningless application of pressure, it's towards a goal and a result.
Well, it's a creative movement. It's not for anything necessarily. Creative movements like breathing. So there must be motion. There must be, let's say, expression. There's exhalation. There has to be. It's what we live by is inhalation, exhalation. Or the pressure of breath, if you want to call it. So life is barely that. Life is that. Some people have the capacity to maintain a certain intensity of life. Some maintain a certain intensity of walking, others an intensity of running. And so we have relative intensities. Some people have an intensity of knowing. You have an intense curiosity about knowing, and you always before me with the camera asking questions, right, for the sake of everybody, because it could be questions they would have asked to know better what it is for themselves. See? So this requires intensity. You have to come all the way from the East Coast, and you have to drive all the way. So this is an intense proposition to come out here to see the Bapu and sit and discuss with him and exchange and deal with him. Be knocked out by him. No, it's humorous. It's really a happy ordeal. It really is a happy ordeal. See? You always feel better. In the beginning, well, of course, it was so new, and I had chosen you for the in the beginning, relative to the who knows, for the twinkle you had in your eye that you didn't even know you had. See, where you actually needed to know more, but you weren't ready to do that in the way that it showed up in terms of the who knows series. You want to learn something, but that's not what you prescribed personally. But that's what I prescribed, because I knew that had to be done for our purposes here. And so you went along with it, and then you overcame, inevitably, your resistance, which was really lack of knowing what it was that was going on, and what was being so-called demanded of you, which was just to be opening up to ask questions that others might ask or would like to hear answers to. And so you did it. You did a great job. So you did a great service. So the sooner you got beyond your self-concern about it, it was smooth sailing, I would assume, and a lot of happy times, and hopefully a lot of enlightenment shared as a result of that.
It was ultimately a very ecstatic process. I didn't know it till I was somewhat into it.
It's crazy. It's totally
Yeah.
nuts. Yeah.
And so you have a sense of what people need even when they don't have a sense of what they need.
Could be. Yeah. Maybe I'm guessing. Maybe I know. No. You know, it's a dance in any case. The idea is to have this confidence that others have the capacity to be more and know more, and thus give more of themselves from a deeper point of view, or let's say from the soul level of pure intelligence. Having that confidence and well, I'm at liberty to encourage others to sort of step up and listen. They have to listen. And in the process, listen to learn, to know, and then to be more for themselves. Not to believe what I'm saying, but listen. And see the process of inquiry as a beneficial step on the path. Who knows? Great title for that series. Who knows? Does anyone know? Maybe nobody knows. It's a good question. Can one know? Should one know? How does one know anything? And so all of this is part of the recognition that we are conscious beings, and there's more. There's always this plus element. There's always more. We're always taking another breath. Always inhaling one more, right? Waking up. And so there's more. It's ongoing. It's part of the continuum. It's an infinite continuum of life. Infinite continuum of being. Infinite continuum of isness. Just is.